Kavanagh's Weekly, knowing I would never see it again. That is what I have been doing here, but on an even larger scale, and as before, with no regrets. This is the third time, with the stakes rising with this occasion. There have been no offers of support. Even a release request for this edition was not forthcoming. You must not imagine that I have suddenly become to suffer from delusions of self-pity. If anything, the revise is more likely to be true. I am merely stating the position so that you may know the way things stand. Not much different, I'd say, from when you were around. I think I have collected all of your verse. There may still be a few stragglers overlooked, but these will hardly be missed in such a large collection. A few also have been omitted because of doubtful provenance. I corrected those errors and collected poems that offended you, and many more besides. Much of your unpublished verse lacked titles, and these I added. There was also much sorting and reassembling. Everything is put together in chronological sequence, or close to it. Your author's note to collect poems has been omitted because this is a new book with unique qualities and not a new edition. For the same reason, your dedication of the book to me has been left out. The complete poems I have finished, the major part of my plan for your work, recalling that the first publication of my press was your recent poems, now widely acclaimed as you at your best, but which no one but myself would publish at the time. Only a few pieces of yours still remain to be published, and these I may allow to lie in manuscript. And so, until we meet again in a few years, as ever, Peter. When Patrick turned 50, his life took a different turn, and he was brought to court. And he also caught lung cancer, which led to him having one of his lungs removed. This may have been a spanner in the works, but a hidden calling, as it was through this ordeal and recovery that Patrick, the Irish farm boy, came out, and his love for poetry followed. From these pieces of new work, Kavanagh got the recognition he believed he was always destined for and deserved, and ended up giving lectures at UCD in Dublin and also some in America. At one point Patrick became the judge of the Guinness Poetry Awards. From this he almost passed on the beacon, as the recipient was Seamus Heaney, who is now, like Patrick, one of Ireland's best known writers. Soon after this, Patrick took the hand of Catherine Barry Maloney in April 1967 and settled down in Dublin once again. During this year, the Abbey Theatre put on a stage performance of Terry Flynn to great acclaim. This show almost went onto the stage in Dundalk, where, in the words of Patrick Kavanagh Centre, said, "This was the triumphant return of a prophet to his own land." However, this success was just fleeting for Patrick, as he took sick on the opening night, and he died later that week, on the 30th of November 1967. Although this was not the end of Patrick nor his work, as there are many plays written about his life, and adaptations of his work turned into plays, and most famously the song on Raglan Road, being sung by Luke Kelly of the Dubliners, who Patrick himself asked on a personal note to sing while drinking together in the Bailey. The Peter Kavanagh hand press in New York, owned by his brother Peter, was the main source of his work today, as stated in the letter previous. Patrick Kavanagh's widow Catherine, in her will, left all rights in her husband's work and all royalties from them to trustees of the Patrick and Catherine Kavanagh Trust, who were directed to apply the income to help Irish poets who are in need of assistance, and this still runs today. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret signs, which known to the arts who have known the true God of sound and stone. And word and tint I did not stint, I gave her poems to say, with her own name and with her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reasons must allow that I had loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When angels woo, will the old ghost meet? He'll lose his wings at the dawn of the day.